Once upon a time, there was a little girl named Cinderella. The stepmother say, Cinderella, after cleaning the floor, you have to clean the windows. And then Cinderella said, okay, stepmother. And then she cleaned all in the house, some kitchen, in the garage, in her evil sister bed, that's and the kitchen. She cleaned everything, and then before the carriage is here, and then the stepmother and stepsisters are dressing up for the party, for the princess ball. And then Cinderella started cleaning in the house. And then the stepmother and the stepsisters are finished dressing up. And then them go outside, and then them go not inside na. And then Cinderella said, stepmother and stepsisters, can I go with you? And then the stepmother and the stepsister said, you cannot, you have a pangit dress. And then she ran away and she cried. And then the stepmother and the stepsisters go na. And then Cinderella still crying. And the mouse cannot cheer her up. And then one day there was a grandmother at a fairy. And then she said, what happened, my dear? And then Cinderella said, my stepmother and my stepsister says, you cannot come because you have a pangit dress. And then the fairy say, don't worry, I will make you a princess. And then she said, baby, baby, boo. And then Cinderella is a princess, but still her shoes still pangit. And then the fairy cast a spell on her again. And then she's pretty now. And then the fairy says, if it's 12 o'clock, you need to go home now because the people will see you in your face, that your face will be banging. And then she said yes. And then the fairy is gone. And then she go to and then the fairy come back again. And then and I like this one. Sorry about there. Again nga. Again.
After the 12 o'clock, what happened?
And then she said if it's 12, the people will see her face, and then her face will be pangit. And then the fairy cast a spell of the pumpkin. She made that a carriage. And then she make the mouse a horse. And he make the horse a people. And then the fairy is gone. And then she pop, and she go to the carriage, and then she go to the princess Bona. And then she see her stepmother and stepsisters. And then the prince love her, fell in love with her. She wanna marry her, but it was. And then she said, "May I dance with you?" And then Cinderella said, "Yes." And then dance. Wait. And then it's 12 o'clock now. And then she run away. And then the prince is so upset because he can't go with her, and then he can't find her. And then one day her shoe fall off, and then she wanna get it, but the prince is going outside, but the princess run away still, and then go to the carriage, and then go home, and then she turned to be a Linus. And then she's back to normal. And then the prince is so upset, and then he wanna find her. And then he go now, and then you get in his horse, and then he go to the girl's house. He go to the other house, but the girl didn't Kasha, and the other one did Kasha because her leg is too small. And then she finally go to Cinderella house, but she said, "Oh, I wanna try it." And then the stepmother says, and the stepmother locked Cinderella house in Cinderella room because she don't want to let her go to her the shoes. And then he said, "Do," and then the stepsister said, "Oh, I think he's gonna marry me." And the other one said,